Hi, I'm Courtney Pinkerton from Bird in Hand Coaching, and I'm really excited to tell you about my new e-course. So today, I'd just like to share a bit more about my motivation for starting the course and co-creating it with Ashley Donovan, and also to help you figure out if it's a good fit for you. So basically, these are three things that I believe to be true. Number one, many of us are living under enormous amounts of psychological pressure. You, perhaps, are living under enormous amounts of pressure from time constraints, work demands, technology coming at us from every angle. The second thing I believe to be true is that many of us really suffer from something I guess you could call status anxiety, which is just, especially through social media, being able to look at other people's lives constantly and evaluate ourselves vis-a-vis their accomplishments. And what this ends up doing, I think, in addition to making us not feel so good, is creates a disconnect between us and our real voice of our soul, our real inner guidance. And the third thing I believe to be true is that we live in a pretty superficial culture. So there's just not a lot of opportunities to really acknowledge that there is an inner life, much less to really explore it with someone else. So because of those three things, if you feel like your life here at the beginning of 2014 is not everything that you hope it to be, I hope that you'll have some compassion on yourself and acknowledge that you're living with a lot of those pressures and that you do have agency to act with learning about new resources and surrounding yourself with really supportive community to make some changes that enable you to live more in alignment with who you really are. So, in this program, which all the details are spelled out below, but we're really drawing from 4 vitally important lessons, which I think of as kind of these golden threads, which we can sort of hold on to and will pull us through transition and through kind of evolution. The first one, that's the foundation of the course, is meditation. And now please, if you're one of those folks that think, I can't meditate, I don't know how, I sit down and the thoughts run me ragged, make me feel worse than if I hadn't tried to be still, I really hope that you'd consider joining us, because there are some very simple but critical shifts that can help you step through those last few obstacles and really claim a meditative practice that works for you and that detoxes your nervous system. We're also going to, another of the golden threads has to do with emotions, and Ashley's going to really lead us through a whole toolbox of strategies for processing emotions through our system and out our system so that they don't leave us feeling whiplashed, but also that we can learn from them. I am going to be teaching about the Enneagram, which is one of my all-time favorite tools. It's a map of the human experience, and the most incisive tool that I know of to get clarity about the habitual patterns that keep you feeling stuck, and also about what the next best steps are for you, and making decisions with ease. And then lastly, Ashley's also going to be sharing from her background in nutrition with some fresh recipes and some ways to resource ourselves both in and out of the kitchen through nourishing foods and other kinds of activities that really feed us on a deep level. So those are the 4 elements of the course. There will also be 2 live Q&A calls where you can ask us your questions. And lastly, I would just say, if you feel like you have really outgrown the old way of being you, but you're not quite grown into the new way, this might be a good course for you. Likewise, if you've just gone through a big shift, maybe you've gotten divorced or engaged or had a baby or made a radical career move, this might be a nice space in which you could kind of pause and reflect on those changes, which often mirror kind of a time of interior growth. And then lastly, maybe you don't feel like there's a big dramatic thing happening in your life, but you just would really benefit from some fresh inspiration and some conscious community. So we're going to be having a private Facebook group just for the members of the course, and I think it's a really wonderful chance to connect with some like-minded folks. So if you're interested, please read all the details. You can buy below, and we will start the course on March 28th. And please reach out with any questions. Thank you.